In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our insect workbook, week 1, we have butterflies. Now, a few fun things to do with a worksheet such as this is to let the child decorate it with as many textures as possible and in as many different ways as possible. For instance, you can ask them to go look outside for sticks or leaves or even flowers if it's a time where flowers bloom, and ask them to paste it onto their worksheet to decorate their butterfly. They can even take the sticks and paste it around in the circle. What they can also do is to paint it, for instance, with different types of methods. You can use a cotton bud and ask them to tap, 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 tap around the circle. You can use a string and ask them to place it on the circle. You can even ask them to use the pipe cleaners and bend it into the shape of either the circle or the butterfly's antennae. You can also ask them to use their fingers to paint this. Let them paste as many textures as possible and with as many different methods as possible, since all of this helps to develop their finger muscles. Now, these are just a few fun examples of a worksheet such as this, but remember to make it fun and interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child. In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our insect workbook week 2, we have bees. Now, a few fun things to do with a worksheet such as this is to first ask the child to follow the pattern on the page. They can either do it with a crayon or a pen or pencil. They can do it with a paintbrush, or they can even paste string on it or cut it with scissors. But what's important is to exercise the finger muscles, and the motion of the pattern helps to practice writing for in the future. But what you can then also do to make this page even more fun and interactive is to perhaps make a bee. You can use any products in the house. You can even paste leaves as wings. And then you can ask the child to take their bee and ask them to buzz around. Can you and the bee buzz around the table? Can you buzz with your bee over something? Or can you buzz with them underneath the table? These are just a few fun and interactive things to do with a worksheet such as this. But remember to make it interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child. In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our insect workbook week 3, we have Ladybugs. Now, a few fun things to do with a worksheet such as this is to first have the child decorate this page. They can use any means. They can take sticks, dip it in paint, and maybe dot the dots of the ladybird. They can even take their fingers and dot and color it in. Then what you can ask the child to do is to take a scissors and to cut out the circles and the ladybugs. Then what's also a fun thing to do is to make your own ladybug. You can either use the page itself or other objects you have around the house and make your very own ladybug. Then what you can ask the child to do is to take the ladybug to apply the worksheet. For instance, if you can make 2 ladybugs, make a big one and a small one. And then ask the child, can you take the big ladybug and put it on your head? And can you take the small ladybug and hide it underneath the table? And can you tell me how many dots does the big ladybug have on its wings? And you can even ask the child, if the ladybug is made from something hollow, to hide the small one underneath the big one. Now, these are just a few fun and interactive things to do with a worksheet such as this, but remember to make it on the level of your child's learning. And all of these things you do with the scissors, with the sticks, with their fingers painting, and even making the ladybug itself helps to exercise their finger muscles. So enjoy learning with your child. In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our insect workbook week 4, we have caterpillars. Now, a few fun things to do with a worksheet such as this is to, for instance, cut out small triangles of different colors. You can even ask the child to cut it out themselves to help practice the muscles of their fingers. Then what you can do is to paste the triangles on the page. And then you can first ask the child, quickly look at all the pictures we have on this page. And remember what you saw. And then you flap it closed so that you can hide all the images, right? And then you ask the child, can you remember what was underneath the green triangle? It was the caterpillar. And can you remember the red triangles ones? And can you tell me how many of that there was? Then what you can also do is you can take the scissors again and cut out these pictures after decorating it. And then what you can do is first place it on the table and again ask the child, look at the images and remember what you saw. And then you flip them over and you ask the child, can you remember what was underneath this triangle? It was the apple. And can you remember which one of these were the caterpillar? And then you flip it over and you make a game out of this, a nice memory game. You can even ask the child to, for instance, they pack out a pattern and then they can ask mommy or daddy or whoever does the worksheet with them to then in return remember. So it makes it fun and interactive, and it isn't just the child that takes part in this game. But remember to make it on the level of their learning and to make it fun and interactive. So enjoy learning with your child.